Holi is more than just colors and festivity. It is a spiritual, cosmic, and scientific phenomena that aligns humans' consciousness with the cycle of nature. Holi erases boundaries of caste, class, and division. On this day, everyone, rich or poor, young or old, play together as one. Holi represents the oneness of all beings, reminding us of the Vedantic truths. Let's understand the significance of Holi in our life. On this channel, I am actually making an endeavor to explain the science behind all our tradition, from the ancient time, Vedic times, whatever we have been following. There are hidden meanings to it. I am trying to explore one by one each of them and presenting it to all of you. Need your support in this endeavor. Begin with the introduction of Holika. There are three legends, that go along with it. And the fourth one I'm going to add of my Guruji, Swami Adkadananji Maharaj, and his Guru, Paramhans Swami Sri Paramananji Maharaj, where he wrote Baramasi. And in Baramasi, he said, talked about 12 stages of awakening. There is a video that I have created that you must go and see, 12 stages of complete awakening. And the last three stages, which actually Magh, Poos, Magh and Fagun, is where this whole thing is described. That Poos mein purna apayap, tahan par nahi punya aur paap. The sin and virtues disappear completely. And then you get the completeness. And then the 11th month comes, the Magh is when Mahakumbha, Mahashivratri, all that come in February month. And the last month which is the Falgun month, which is the 12th stage, the ultimate stage, where you become one with God. So becoming one with God has happened in the 11th month, which is Magh month. There all the alignment has happened. So there is unity with the singularity, the ultimate Brahman. But the knowledge is yet to descend. The knowledge descends actually in the Falgun, the ultimate knowledge. Karal, complete Sattva, descends in you. The Sattva also disappears, and the ultimate knowledge downpours in you. That's the Falgun month. And then, he says, Magh mein miti milan ki bhook, tahan par nahi asik masook, ishq phir kiska hoye, vitha waqt tu kyun khove. And then, he also, before post, said, Aghan mein gyan agni jagi, lok sabdahan ko lagi, funk de Brahma aru Vishnu, funk de Ram aru Krishna. Like all your beliefs and concepts are actually completely burnt. So when you play Holi, you are actually, all your beliefs, all your understanding so far, whatever you had been practicing, everything goes off, because the ultimate truth is going to downpour in you. It is going to actually wipe away everything that you believe in this life. So that's the beauty of this Holika, the Holika Dahan. And then the colors that we play. I'll explain you this significance of this. So this Shiva Mashan Holi, that, one of the legend, Sati sacrificed her life because Shiva was insulted. And then Shiva immersed himself into complete meditation, shunning the whole world. And Kamadeva, the god of desire, tried to kind of, shake him. And then he burnt him completely. So that's the basically burning of all desire. The one who is practicing penance and going toward the soul is actually burning all desire. And that bhasma of the Kamadeva, he applied on his body. Okay. So Shiva signifies the complete burning of desire. And when you see Shiva with bhasma, is actually the desire are clung to him, but then they mean nothing to him. That's the way Shiva has been defined. And Parvati's love for Shiva, Himalaya's daughter, and she had a lot of penance to get him. So in the exact understanding of Shiva, only she gets Shiva. Otherwise you don't get Shiva. That is what it signifies. So those the Saiva Bhaktas, who play Holi, they call Mashan Holi. Mashan is where, the dead bodies are burned. Like all the material world, basically dead bodies, all the material world, which is temporary, are burned where in that Mashan. That bhasma that is created, that is what is there in their body. And it means that at all time, they always remain in that consciousness that the material world is nothing. So that's the Mashan Holi that they play. So Baramasi and all that is actually what that I spoke to you about, my guru and our Dada Guru, that described in this Agahan, Poos, Magh, Fagun, the last 4 months, is about this burning of everything inside, and then ultimately all concepts and belief, then ultimately the knowledge to appear in this. So in the last stage he says, Itra gulal lal rori khelte bhar bhar ke jori. Those who have become knowledgeable, those were the ultimate, who have become the ultimate Brahman, the ultimate knowledge has appeared in them. They play with the colors. Itra gulal lal rori. They are the colors of knowledge, that there's different colors of knowledge that, and based on who is at what level, they distribute that knowledge. Like the red is to the beginner and the violet is to the ultimate, Vibgyor, right? So in our body, there are 7 chakras. So begins with the red and ultimately goes to the violet. So like depending on who is at what stage, the master cell distribute this color. That's the real playing of Holi. But symbolically we play that at home, in our society, in our office, in the congregations, with the collective consciousness, with the individual consciousness. That has been our tradition of playing Holi in India. But there is a deeper meaning to this. Third legend that I would talk about is the Radha-Krishna Holi. Krishna and Radha, Krishna smearing colors on Radha, and then she sees that colorless Krishna, and then which is what is played in colorless Holi in Braj. That signifies the divine love and unity of Radha with Krishna. She doesn't see other than Krishna, nothing other than Krishna. So that's the divine love, which is Radha-Krishna love. And the fourth legend, which is very well known and which we actually detail and celebrate at elaboration, and which has become part of our great tradition, is the Holika and Prahlad story. Okay, so I'll begin with that, and we're going to detail this fourth legend a lot. Okay, so there's a divine aspect of it, there's a spiritual aspect of it, and more of the traditional one, and the science behind all of that is what we are going to explore more here today. The Prahlad was Hiranyakashipu's son, and he was staunch devotee of Lord Vishnu. But somehow Hiranyakashipu always felt that he is the ultimate and not the Lord Vishnu, and so his acquaintances in the world, in the material world, his accomplishments and his all-powering nature, etc., made him believe that he is the ultimate and he is not going to go. And he got the tricks of sustaining life for long, etc. And he thought he is going to continue. And he had got a boon that he cannot be killed by this, not at this time, not at this time, not in these situations and all that. So somehow he had protected himself and got the immunity. And his sister Holika also had got a boon that she is immune to the fire. She will not be burnt in the fire. So this playfully, he actually tried to convince Prahlad that he is the ultimate and not Lord Vishnu. But Prahlad did not buzz on this. So ultimately, he played all the tricks, Hiranyakashipu, to kill Prahladan. He threw him through from top of the mountain, and he did everything. He threw him into the water, deep water, and then ultimately, when he saw that this guy is not dying, he played this ultimate trick of asking his sister Holika, who was immune to fire, to sit into a bonfire along with Prahlad on her lap, and with that trick he thought that Prahlad will be burnt and Holika will come alive. But the reverse happened. Lord Vishnu took care of Prahlad and Holika was burnt. So that was a shocker for Hiranyakashipu. And that is what Prahlad is actually devotion. Understand all this holy celebration and the modern sense now onward. So we'll understand a little bit of more of the ancient roots of the Holika Dahan. It is actually the burning of our ego, Prahlad represents bhakti, Holika represents ego and Maya. It's like behind this traditional story, ancient story. These are the hidden spiritual meaning. Holika is ego and Maya. Ego and Maya will always take you in her lap. Will try to kind of engulf you, but the true devotion of God and single-minded focus on the consciousness will take you out of this Maya, and then will otherwise Maya is actually consuming us. Life after life, life and birth and death cycles will continue like this only. The fire, Holika, is actually used in some way. When we observe the festivity, is actually the traditions have been created with a view that this month, Feb to March, there is a humongous seasonal change that occurs in the background. It's not visible, but actually the development of bacteria in the atmosphere, purifying that atmosphere and the ecosystem is very important at this time. So burning something, on Holika fire setting up is actually purifying the ecosystem, air, atmosphere. That's the significance, and which is where the consciousness that has emerged in us would continue to actually spread the knowledge around. Otherwise, this humongous weakness that this season creates in us. Rig Veda, Sutra 10.54.1, I think it is. Agne Naya Supatha Raye Asmana, meaning there is a request to fire. O Agni, lead us on the right path of prosperity. Now, having gone this ultimate knowledge, now you are going to work for the world, right? So you will pray for the world. The right path of prosperity is required. Right path of prosperity. Right is not the wrong. So you become powerful. You have invoked so many things in us, but now you need to walk the right path of prosperity. That is what Rig Veda's verse says. At this juncture of this seasonal transformation. Bhagavad Gita also talks about pravrittim cha nivrittim cha janah na vidurasura. So there is a pravritti, is like desirous state of mind, and there is a desireless state of mind. That is nivritti. Desireless is nivritti. Desirous is the pravritti. Those who have asur mind, asuric mind, they're like whose minds are entangled, they don't understand this nivritti. Holi signifies the nivritti, like burning of all the desire, and then eventually the nivritti, desireless state of mind has come, right? The Holi signifies that. So this is how we should see the ancient roots of Holi, and they are all connected, but then the traditions have actually taken the whole meaning away. Now let's understand the science behind Holi and astronomical significance of the Holi. This is the start of the spring. The winter is ending and the spring is starting. And astrologically, sun enters Pisces, the moon enters the Aries zodiac. So there is a transition, which is actually vulnerability of diseases, etc. But and then all the penance, through the year that you went through, you become weak, but you actually got the knowledge of the existence, and some get the knowledge of the ultimate. So this is the astronomical significance. So there is a cosmic change which is happening, and there is an energy shift in the human consciousness now. Okay, for some it is the ultimate. This is the ideal time for renewal, celebration, through which you should be actually protecting yourself, creating a protection seed. There is a biological and psychological benefit also when you play all these colors and do Holika Dahan, etc. So playing with colors helps you actually secrete more melatonin, serotonin, and the dopamine, these are all neurotransmitters actually that enhance your happiness, right? So playing with colors actually help activate all of these things. Exposure to sunlight actually will help you absorb more of the vitamin D when you around this time. The maximum vitamin D absorption would happen here. The winter has gone by and the sun is actually, and then because of that northern hemisphere, higher magnetic field, etc., there is more absorption at this time. And then the fire purification that happens to Holika Dahan, etc., that eliminates bacteria and viruses. Okay. And I will talk about it, as to what we burn in the holy fire and what actually creates that disinfectant effect on the atmosphere. There is a quantum and consciousness science attached to this. The colors are associated with chakras. Like we have 7 chakras, there are 7 colors. Vibgyor, violet being at the top, the ultimate, which is Sahasrara chakra, is associated with violet color. And the red is associated. See, the color science came later, right? From monochromatic rays, 7 colors, and all these things were seen by our sages inside in the form of 7 chakras of the same monochromatic ray, and then Mooladhar being the red. So Vibgyor, last one is red, orange, and then yellow, then green. Green is your Anahat chakra, and then throat chakra, which is blue, and then this is Agya chakra, which is blue, and then this is violet. So that's how the energy levels are, and then that actually goes to the full awakening, etc. So this actually, the quantum and consciousness science is associated with these colors. While you play the color, you actually should see the color within also, right? It actually, Holi was a celebration of this internal sign, spiritual sign, and which actually became a tradition, and we started observing more outside than inside. The inside play is what we need to activate to actually blossom into the full glory of this motherland. We would need to do that. This, which is what I am trying to make an attempt here to make sure I disseminate as much knowledge as possible that I have got from my father and my gurus and my Sadguru Swami Sri Radha-Krishna Maharaj, to all of you. And then the other thing is that when you play this festival, you do this festival together, right? There's a collective consciousness, which I talked to you about, Mahakumbh, Mahashivratri, when there is a collective consciousness, there is a quantum resonance that happens into the consciousness, which actually you take benefit from each other. But the thing is that if you don't have similar vibrational frequency of those people, because they're not walking this path, then you don't get any benefit. So having a group of people, who are on this path and then playing Holi with them is where you will absorb. Otherwise, there is no collective consciousness, right? People are in different directions and they're all into the material world. There is no significance of Holi there. So this kind of people, associate with, visit them, be with them, play with them, discuss all this internal knowledge with them is actually the true celebration of the Holi. I want to quote, something of the Atharva Veda, Sutra 12.1.12, which says, Prithivve tva samuttaram gacchatu chemam te astu. May your energy align with the divine energy, cosmic energy. May the earth's vibration align with the cosmic energy, which what is being requested over here. This is a prayer, right? So may your energy align with the earth's vibrations for well-being of all, right? So the earth's geomagnetic field, and then seasonal transition and body and mind, etc., all these alterations is going to happen because of the transition. All this is basically reflected in this festival of Holi. Even after the Holi, the 5th day, which is called Ranga Panchami, right, where they should spend time with the people who have gone the ultimate knowledge, the Mahapurus, the Sadgurus, etc., and get the immense benefit on the Ranga Panchami day. I also talked about the solar radiation in my video of Mahakumbh and Mahashivratri. The solar energy transition phase is now, solar will move into Pisces, but more or less that alignment is there. That all that effect of this transition on our hormonal balance and the circadian rhythm, setting the biological clock in us, all that is still possible, in this time. So this is the same continuity. Using the Atharva Veda, let's align as much as possible of our energy on this earth with the cosmic energy. That's the request here. Symbolism and psychology of colors. This is the third section that I wanted to discuss. Red actually symbolizes the love and life force energy, which is actually dormant, which is in the Mooladhar, which you need to awaken, and that it has to rise above. And ultimately it will go to blue, which represents the divine cosmic energy of Krishna and Shiva. This is the Agya chakra. Green here denotes actually the balance and renewal and healing, right? Everything originates from here, and everything dissipates in this. So it's like all the healing actually comes from the centered awareness. That is what the green means. And yellow is actually the color of wisdom, knowledge and divinity, So it's like that is why the turmeric and all that is used in Ayurveda, which is yellow in color, is associated with this. The other colors in the with cure, they all have some meaning. Black and white is also there. Everything is there in the white. Black is the unmanifest, etc. So these are all symbolisms, and they are associated with some psychology, right? When you see these color, this kind of psychology actually comes in. So if you want to really increase the rajas in you, basically red increases the rajas and energy and passion into this world. Blue actually it will increase the sattvic quality in you, the purity, calm and stability. You want to balance the energy, use more of yellow, etc. Balancing. There is a conflict in your life, conflict in the relationship, etc. Use yellow more. See more yellow. That is what some people say in Vastu Shastra and all. Green is actually healing and the harmony, like being with the nature, and then, kind of understanding the existence more, life forces and the energy fields, etc. That green signifies that. So there is a neuroscience of color, which actually they say that it affects the hypothalamus, the pineal gland, that actually impacts the mood, the hormone, and even the meditative states of people. So rishis of Sanatan Dharma, they actually saw all of these things centuries ago, and they used it as a color therapy actually for the well-being in life. Come to the fourth section, the psychological and the spiritual dimension of Holi. So one is that we all come together so that we actually break social barrier, and we all break our ego, and then all that we have had in our life, conflicts, confusions about each other, enmity, jealousy, greed, etc. We need to shed all that when you come together to play Holi, is because this day at least you should see that at a soul level we are all one, right? I create unhappiness for you, it will create unhappiness for me. I create happiness for you, it will create happiness for me. It is like what you give to the society is what you get back. What you give to yourself is what inside will give it back to you. Advaita Vedanta says, the world is one. The colors are different, but the world is one. That is what is significant. Through the color, you see the unity in all the color. That monochromatic ray, you must be able to see. Concept of letting go is what this tradition actually emphatically tells. That, Bhagavad Gita 2.47, right? That sloka says, Karmande Vadikarasya Ma Phalesu Kadachana. It's like, emotional cleansing and practicing without any attachment. So to play this Holi without any expectation from each other, having lived this, niskama karma, you should be able to forgive and do the emotional cleansing on this day. So this is actually a day of forgiving and forgetting many things, to do mental detoxification for yourself. Balancing of the gunas, etc., which actually are recommended on this day. The Bhagavad Gita says, 14th chapter, 10th verse says, Rajas tamascha vibhuya sattum bhavati bharata. Meaning, sometimes the sattva will dominate the rajas and tamas, or sometimes the rajas and tamas will dominate the sattva. On this day, sattva dominates on this day. Masters have actually gained the ultimate truth on this day, during this time. It dominates, that and sattva energy is dominant at this time. So when the sattva is dominant, there is absolute harmony between the other gunas, because all the other gunas have also come from there only. So when it is dominant, there is an absolute balance over here. This is the right time to break away from all the ego and social barrier. Embrace, hug people when you meet, and forget all those past things. So Krishna's divine play in Vrindavan is also referred to here. This is a reflection of Sattva Guna, is Radha-Vani. She is colorless Krishna, playfulness of Radha and Krishna is the divine Leela, and the Ras Leela of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. That is the dissolvement of ego and attachment, complete dissolvement of Radha into Krishna. That is the dissolvement of ego and attachment into the ultimate, which is Lord Krishna. So see it like that as well. The more rituals, section 5, I wanted to talk about is about, and the hidden science behind that. The Holika Dahan has got a fire science. We burn, when you said bonfire, the temperatures go up to 700 to 900 degrees Celsius, and then we offer ghee, neem, turmeric, sandalwood, some people put hibiscus in that. All of that, put together, they actually have a therapeutic effect. And the herbal fumes that actually come out of those offerings when we burn them in the fire, actually, along with the cow dung, etc., this actually removes the negativity and symbolizes the transformation. Cleansing of the atmosphere and, killing of bacteria and all this will happen when we use all these things into the bonfire. We should not be burning all those, negatives. So use the medicinal stuffs in the bonfire. That will help the atmosphere. It's not like, take out all the waste and negative stuffs and just put it in. Negative, do not put waste into it, put the medicinal stuffs into it, then it goes into the atmosphere and it will help. Playing with the colors, herbal colors that we should use here, turmeric, sandalwood, all of these things, if you use, then there is a therapeutic effect of playing with those colors. But if you play with the chemicals, colors, made with chemical, I think it will have a very damaging effect on the skin and also on the mind. Harmonize your energy by using the herbal color, smell of it, the softness of it, and the turmeric effect on your skin, etc., will actually harmonize a lot of energy. Now understand the metaphysical science of Holi. Holi is the representation of the universe as such. There is a dance, there is a celebration happening in the universe, which sages saw in their consciousness, and then they created traditions like this. So there's cosmic dance of creation and destruction happening. There is a cosmic energy activation happening, and then ultimately the divine consciousness appears in front of them and everybody starts celebrating, right? The ultimate truth has actually appeared in all the phenomena of the universe and the metaverse, and everybody is watching the dance of the ultimate. So that is the Krishna's Rasa Leela and Shiva's Tandava. You can see it like that. Universal phenomena which is happening inside us, they have put that into a form of tradition. The same thing, what is happening in the consciousness, people who are going through this awakening, they see it happening inside them. And then those people have actually created this tradition to somehow remember all of these things that have happened in them, for us to actually be able to walk on that path. So that holy signifies actually that. So Mundak Upanishad says that Satyameva Jayate Na Anritam. So something which is not truth will not win. So ultimately on this day, the truth actually appears. And when the truth appears, whatever is not true will go. So actually on this day, all the negativity should go. By now, through this cycle of 12 stages, you should have understood that this is temporary. This is not going to win. This is not going to stay. This is not going to help me anywhere. You need to let go that. You need to remove that. Let go is actually ego. Exit the go. Let the negativity go from you. So the Holi represents the dissolution of Maya, and with the dissolution of Maya, the Panchabhutas, earth, fire, water, air and ether, all these things, they come in balance, because the Trigunas actually create this, Panchamahabhutas actually create the whole existence. They come in balance. They Kapha, Pitta and Vata dosha, they can come in balance. But then, don't absorb yourself into eating food and drinking alcohol and taking a lot of bhang and lowering your faculties. Absolutely not recommended. There is a time to actually observe yourself and get purification done in you. The fire purifies the atmosphere. The fire in you should purify you. The role of Holi should be for your consciousness and celebration. So let's actually play this festival with the human vibrational energy, which is positive vibration. Make sure that you are actually using the Ranga Panchami, which is the 5th day of Holi, where you go and spend time with the master, get the ultimate knowledge from them. They have a lot to actually teach us, but we should be ready to listen to them. So we generally, when we go over there, we make it a tour, and then we are always eager to come back home fast. Actually, we should be sitting there, watching them. They call their Rahani, right? Observe how they live. what they practice, what all they do, small things. There's a lot to learn from them because they are the Kshetrakya. They have actually known this existence completely. And if you also have to know their existence completely to be able to come out of small things that we get worried with, right? They are not worried about all those things. We've got to understand that learning from them, the metaphysics, the science of the existence, etc. We need to learn from them. Rig Veda says, that Sama Arjuna Sweta Prishtha Mahiya Abhyardhayanta Devataha. The divine beings celebrate unity with colors of joy. So they, like the gods in the cosmos, they celebrate this unity with the ultimate consciousness. The same way we need to celebrate that with the masters who have attained that ultimate knowledge over here. A little bit about the traditions, the Holi had been actually, the mention has been found in Indus Valley artifacts that 5,000 years back, something similar to this was found. Okay. And the Brahma Vaivarta Purana and the Narada Purana also mentions the Holi is divine significance. Krishna's Vrindavan Holi is famous. Shiva's Masan Holi is famous. But modern days, was because of the urbanization and absorption of so much of material culture, we are running after the material pleasure, and this holy celebration has been completely converted into eating all nonsensical stuffs and consuming a lot of alcohol, and then lowering your faculty, which is what is actually an absolute no. It actually, that's not holy at all. Moving to the 8th section, the science of sound and mantras that we actually use in Holi. I don't know how many of you know that on this day there are people who actually sit in meditation, chant mantras, and some of the traditions, because of the celebration day, they call Holi hai. Then some say Har Har Mahadev, those who play Shiva's Holi, Masan Holi. And then Vrindavan, Radha-Krishna chant Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Use of her word is lot there. Okay. And then mantras like, Gang Ganpataye Nama is like Ganesh Bhagwan's mantras on this day is very effective. Om Namah Shivaya, Rama, Krishna, all these they activate your throat chakra. So there is a science of all this sound and mantras. You should actually be chanting some of these mantras on this day. Like I talked about in one of my videos about the India is the state of consciousness, not just a land. There I've said, you should, when you should go to temples, you chant mantras, whatever you have been practicing, and activate your energies. Use this time. These are all auspicious time meant for elevating yourself, not losing yourself. Right? You don't lose your identity behind following some traditions that have been actually ruptured over a period. Why? By kind of aping Western. There is a science behind it. Understand it. It will give you a lot of soothing effect in you and improve your longevity, etc. Yajurveda says on Holika Dahan and fire transformation that happens during this period of Holika Dahan and holy celebration. The Agne Tum Pavaka. O Agni, you are the greatest purifier. O fire, you are the purifier. The Dahan, Holika Dahan, you should see it as an absorption of the negative energy and dissolution of the Maya, that illusion. So there is one, it's like a yagya happening, where the negativity is getting burnt. Same way, similar to the yagya that we have inside us, where that swas praswas yagya, the breath is going, becoming prana, then pranagni erupts everything, in which you burn all your thoughts, bad thought. You burn all your thoughts, good, bad, whatever. But you burn your thoughts and say, bad ones will get burned, the good ones will emerge from here. And that is the sacrifice in the fire ritual. So inside fire and the outside fire. Yagyarthat karmano netra lokoyam karm bandhana. Other than that, whatever you do is the bondage in this world. Is what Bhagavad Gita says. So use this fire transformation, remove your negative energies, purify yourself, and there is a purified vibration all around you. Choose the collective consciousness to do it together. That is what is the significance of Holi and coming together on this. We'll walk to the 9th section. There is some mention of Ayurveda that actually I could find out. Ayurvedic principles on this day that we use turmeric and neem and sandalwood, hibiscus and tesu flower, all of these things. So the turmeric actually detoxifies skin and boosts the immunity. The neem will cleanse the blood and balance the kapha dosha. And the hibiscus actually stimulates circulation and enhances energy flow. Also, some people actually use it as a seasonal transition from winter to spring. So it's the Ritu Sandhi. Because the immunity is weak, all these things actually, they are used at the Ritu Sandhi Vela from winter to spring to make sure that they are ready with all the immunity that is needed. Right? Pre-prep for the time where the diseases will occur. Some people use this day for fasting and internal cleansing. To those who are aware of all of the therapeutic benefits of all of these things, there is Charak Samhita which says, Langagnam Param Ausadham. Fasting is the best medicine. So, to whatever extent, I do intermittent fasting, I don't do a day-long fasting, etc. But, even if you can observe for 8-10 hours is also good. Some research, which talks about the autophagy. So, autophagy is a process where body cleanses itself and regenerates the healthy cell. So, to that extent, if you do, is also fine. And then, use of some traditional food which actually have soothing and cooling effect, thandai, etc. But just make sure they are hygienic and not touched with open hand, just like that. So, purity, the hygiene, preparation, etc. is like homemade stuffs are good. Don't eat spoiled food and drinks. Take drinks at this time. I'm going to the 9th section now. Detoxification happen, and finally celebration of the spiritually conscious Holi. Okay, so on this day, observe meditation, gratitude, look for inner transformation, bring sattvic consciousness to the Holi, use organic colors, avoid intoxication, and be mindful. So practice mindfulness here. Forgive people, let go of all grudges, and start afresh, start anew. Colors will fade, so do life, worries will fade. We must embrace the present moment. I would like to kind of end with Gita chapter 5, which says, Naiva kinchit karomi iti yukto manne tattvavid Pashyan srinvan sprasan jigran asnan gachan swapan swashan pralapan vishajan grihanan unmishan nammishan napi indriyani indriyartheshu vartantat iti dharyan. So in this world we should live like a lotus flower, brahmana adhaya karmanam sangam tektva karutiya lipatena sapapena padmapatram vivambasa. What this means is that in this world when we are there, let the senses and mind keep doing their job, but you should not remain attached with them and forgive whatever is happening. All the engagements will create some nonsense, but you should remain unaffected. You should be like lotus flower in this world, which is not affected by where it is. What it is more important than where you are. So one who performs action without attachment attains the liberation. This is the state of the master that actually I described in from the chapter 5 verse 8 and 9 and 10 that you should look at and go and see Yatharth Gita. The true meaning of these verses are described over there by my Guruji Paramhans Swami Sri Advanande Maharaj. I actually take all the inspiration from him. Finally, Holi is more than just a festival, a symbol of transformation. Take it as a transformation. Just as fire burns negativity, colors bring joy, and divine play awakens our soul, Holi teaches us to embrace the highest version and virtue of ourselves. As you celebrate Holi this year, just remember, it is not just about colors on the body, but the awakening of colors in us, and ultimately the colorless knowledge, the base of all colors within our soul. Join us on this journey of spiritual science and let us rediscover the true meaning of the Holi. Thank you.